Okay, guys, I'm here to give you my TNA review from November 8th, 2012. Let me tell you something. This TNA was average. They didn't do anything bad, but they didn't do anything great. But it was an average show, easy to sit through. So I'll get on with the review. So the first match. Well, first it shows you what happened last week. Pretty much everything. Then it has Aces and Eights backstage. And the Aces leader is talking to Luke Gallows that got unmasked. And we find out that in this episode that Luke Gallows' name is Doc. And he's the director of violence. Chaos. No, he's the director of Chaos. And the leader wants him to see Doc to see if he's to show him that he can still be in this group. And Devon agrees, so they put Stin, and then he says that they're gonna face Devon and Doc are gonna face Stin and Kurt Angle tonight. Then it tells you what's gonna happen, all the matches of that night. Then we get AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode with James Storm on commentary. This was a decent match. We had AJ Styles do a flying crossbody over the top. Bobby Roode do like a fisherman suplex, all that good stuff. Then eventually James Storm gets off commentary. That distracts when Bobby Roode went to get a chair. That distracts him. AJ Styles goes up and overtakes him out. Then it distracts AJ Styles, tells him to stay back. Bobby Roode does something knocks him off the rope and pins him for the victory. And it looked like that AJ Styles was going to be a heel right there. Let me get Austin Aries and Hulk Hogan's backstage. He says that Hulk Hogan pretty much says that Austin Aries has to give up the world title that he stole from Jeff Hardy, or else he doesn't get the championship match at this Sunday. Then we get Kurt Angle and Wes Briscoe backstage. I forget what he said. I completely forget what they were talking about, but I remember Sting came up and says that he wants to go to war with Kurt Angle. That's why he picked Kurt Angle as his partner. That's all I remember, though. Let me get Joseph Polk back promo. He comes out and says that he really wants to fight the Aces and Eights, that it felt so good to take that mask off Doc. Hulk Hogan comes out, tells him no. Then he goes to tell him what. Well, he tells him that this is like a business and stuff. He appreciates them taking the mask. Bully Ray comes out and says he's sticking up for Joseph Polk. He has a lot of heart. He's a one tough kid, and I've been in the ring with him. I know what to say, and he wants this match. Let's let him have it. So then Hulk Hogan agrees for them to have the match. Bully Ray high fives him. Bully Ray and Hogan shake hands. Then we get Jesse and Taylor backstage. Jesse says that he did awesome against his match with ODB. He did a shooting star press. I forget what else, but he pretty much says how he did all these great moves. ODB comes in pissed, saying, "You did nothing. You cheated to beat me." So he challenges both of them to a handicap match. Then we get a Super Sandy ad. Oh wait, I missed that. Then we get AJ Styles backstage. That's the next thing. He is actually not happy that James Storm is out there scouting. He thinks that he costed the match, so it's not fair that he did that. So James Storm comes in and says he requested to have it, and he's gonna kick his face in since you're the face of TNA. I don't think AJ Styles is the face of TNA. I think it's Jeff Hardy's the face of TNA right now, because I don't think that AJ Styles has done shit. Like, all he did was in a meaningless feud that meant nothing this year. The matches were good, but then but it looks like AJ Styles is gonna turn heel though. So I'll get to that when I do my turning point predictions. Then we get a Super Sandy ad. Hulk Hogan and Dixie Carter are doing this. They're like wearing Impact shirts, and they tell you how you can help. I guess I didn't really pay attention to the ad. Not that I don't care. It's just my parents would not let me pay money for this stuff. Like they would, but they wouldn't be happy about it. Then we get they talk about the gut checks about Christian York. Taz said that he couldn't wash it because he had no power, but he washed it in the truck. I always forget Al Snow says that he could break out on his own, and Bruce, I'm gonna call him Bruce. Bruce Pritchard, I think his name. I forget what his name, but is the other guy that does it. But he says that he is gonna that can Christian York step out of the gate and be a singles competitor because his whole career has been a tag team competitor. But we will find out. Then we get Kurt Angle with Sting versus the Aces and Eights. Decent match. I didn't really care much for it, but it was a decent tag match. I got into it though at the end. Angle has the ankle lock on Doc. No, on Angle hits the ankle slam on Devon. Pins him. Doc breaks it up. Oh wait, Devon kicks out. Doc goes to take him out. Sting hits the Scorpion Death Drop. He does the Scorpion Death Lock. Devon takes out both Angle and Sting with the bat. Bully Ray comes out, clotheslines him, goes to put him through a table. But Devon runs away. Bully Ray chases him through the crowd. Then Doc goes to put Sting through the table. Sting counters. He goes to put him through a table. Other Aces and Eights member, they have like a little hammer thing. I forget what they called it though. And he hits Sting like right in the back with it. Then Doc chokeslammed him through a table. Then it just repeatedly beats Sting with this like little bat thing. It was like a pinball hammer, I think it was called. And he repeatedly beat him with it, and it was just when I actually was like, why is Sting there tonight? He doesn't really need to be there. That I think this is how Doc is gonna stay in Aces and Eights, so I'm fine with that. Then it shows you Sting getting attacked again. It tells you about a tour that they're going on. I forget where it was, but I'll stop paying attention for those people that are interested. Then we get the fate of Christian York. Taz says that he has the it factor. And he thinks he can run great in this company. He says yes. I think his name is... I'm going to call it Bruce Pritchard. Just because. Until I find out his real name. He says yes because he doesn't think... Because he in 16 years you haven't had the opportunity, but no one's ever given it to him. He gives it to him. He gets the yes. And he's happy that he finally gets to... Then he cuts a promo, but I forget what he says. We have Austin Aries talking on the phone backstage. And seeing that there's a loophole to this Jeff Hardy, giving back Jeff Hardy the title stuff. There wasn't. And then we see Bully Ray and Brooke Hogan talking. That was really it. I think I'm missing something though. Oh, I should mention that when Sting got attacked, Magnus, Chavo, and Hernandez came and chased him away. Oh, I forgot ODB backstage. ODB's backstage. This is before the Super Sandy ad. She says that she's gonna meet her husband. That her husband Eric Young, that they are gonna be in action against Taylor and Jesse in a mixed tag match, which I was expecting. But then we get the build up. We get the build-up for Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy at Turning Point. They show you a little bit of a video package. We get Hulk Hogan backstage. He's talking to the doctor, seeing if Sting's okay. Then he runs into Joey Ryan. He says Joey Ryan wants him to congratulate him on becoming the X Division champion. Hulk Hogan says that he's not going to congratulate him for anything yet. You haven't accomplished anything yet. Matt Morgan sitting in his chair, and he says that Matt Morgan's banned from ringside this Sunday at Turning Point when he faces Rob Van Dam for the X Division Championship. Then Morgan says that he has no idea what he's capable of. And then Hogan says, "Oh, I know," when he leaves. Then we get Magnus Kazarian and Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe, Hernandez, and Chavo Guerrero. When it goes to commercial break, it shows the Turning Point ad of Jeff Hardy and Austin Aries match. But this match wasn't a bad six-man tag match. It was a decent six-man tag match. I don't remember much from it. I remember Hernandez going over the top rope. I remember Christopher Daniels in the Oopna Gatna style dance. I don't know how to pronounce the words. But then eventually he gets the hot tag. Joe gets the hot tag. He starts cleaning house. But then eventually the tag champs give a clothesline and chop block. Magnus gets off the rope and does an elbow drop, and pins Joe for the win. And I should mention that Joe and Magnus are having a no disqualification match at Turning Point this Sunday for the TV Championship, which was fine. And then it shows Austin Aries coming down to the ring. Then we get the Super Sandy ad again. Then we get Bobby Roode backstage. He said that this plan's coming perfectly, that he has two of his opponents fighting each other, and he's going to become the number one contender to the World Championship. Then you get the Stin update. They just tell him that he's been taken to a medical center. He doesn't really say anything else. Then we get the Will Austin Aries give back the world title belt to Jeff Hardy. I'm going to actually tell you this myself. That was my phone shutting off, by the way. In this match, no, not in this match, in this promo, Austin Aries says that, he doesn't want to give back the world champion. Well, he says that he's going to become the world champion this Sunday. And he's going to climb the ladder, and Jeff Hardy, he puts over Jeff Hardy first. Then he says that he's gonna when he wins back the world championship, he's gonna take Jeff Hardy's face belt and use it as a button, and use it as a belt buckle, so that way your face will be on my balls. And then he tells Jeff Hardy, if you want this title, you can come get it. He comes in and attacks Austin Aries, goes for the twist of fate. Austin Aries escapes, puts the belts on the cables. Then he goes to celebrate. Austin Aries tips the ladder over, stomps on him a little bit, chokes him, gets up there and celebrates, and then it ends. So I was fine with that. It looks like that maybe we'll have a new champion, hopefully. But that's pretty much it, guys. I actually did enjoy this week's TNA Impact Wrestling. I'm going to give what I didn't, but I still have, normally I do it Friday, but I'm going to give what actually, wait, I can't give what I least like today because I have to watch Saturday Morning Slam first. I'll be watching that. The review's going to be late because I usually don't get up in time to watch it. It will probably be up, though. And I might be with my friends Steve Ezekiel and Justin Ezekiel. It might be with them. Like it was before. But anyways, I'd like you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Like the videos, comment on the videos, add them to your favorites. Let me think. Add me as a friend on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. I will invite you to like Western Fortune 44 on Facebook. Add me if you haven't. Like me on... Just subscribe to all the stuff in the bottom. I don't feel like saying it today. I'll say it in my next video. That's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.